There were speakers here today that say tax code is better than before. So new tax code is not so, say, that makes our life deteriorated. In some areas like banking, it helps. It helped and helps to manage business. If we'll take a look on regulation of financial sector, I will speak about banking industry. You will not meet in newspapers many of initiatives from banks to change something in favor to make market conditions better. So if I will use the example of car and Skoda Octavia, what Tomasz challenged us that we sit in Skoda Octavia, I would say it's not bad for our economy and country. And Mercedes could be, from the eyes of our analysts who look at cost-income ratio, will be not so adequate to justify investments in Ukraine. So Skoda Octavia is quite okay. Next, so car is good. If you talk about banking industry, so this car was under the pressure, and 2 years ago there were losses of 13 billion hryvnia. Next year, 13 billion hryvnia. Last year there was 7.7, and now we have positive outcome and 2 billion profit of banking industry. So the car is being improved. Conditions, what you asked me, that's mostly roads, right? So I would say roads adequate to Octavia. Generally speaking, we have these conditions from tax and regulators that allow us to go forward. But what is wrong in the environment? What we say usually doing business in Ukraine is so difficult, and we are on the level 142 or 48 within the countries of the world. So too bad. And I would say there is a for sure obvious problem with parking or parking place where this car could be left overnight. And that's where owners of the car are not sure that in the morning then will face this car not destroyed or not stealed or not stolen. Additionally, the traffic lights. So quite often the green light is not green. It could be partly red. So what our legal environment, what many speakers told us, and Mr. Horoshkovsky as well. So legal environment, court system doesn't give us signals that we investors or banks could feel protected in the environment. I would provide you with few numbers. In accordance to research done last year, there are more than 180 court cases of problem loans that banks lended money to borrowers. It means thousands of them are linked to corporate customers. Okay, bad loans is a problem, but the biggest problem is how this problem is sorted out. And I have my statistics in my bank. 60% of the deals of the court cases are focused or are targeted or defined to recognize credit agreement and mortgage agreement as null and void. So if 60% of the court cases are dedicated to recognize court agreement not valid, how our credit policy will be for new loans to protect our new investments or new loans in this country. So this is one of the good examples that say, okay, green light when we did this deal was green, but when we in 3 years came to the conflict or to the dispute, we found it's not green, it's partly red. Or sometimes court says it's almost red and your deal was not legal. That's the biggest. It's quite known. I guess the first vote on the screen today in this room was focused. 68% of us recognized that legal system, a court system, is the most biggest obstacle of reforms. So I believe I somewhere answered to your question because your recommendation was to be friendly and light. Yeah. So the car is okay and adequate to the environment. Roads adequate to the car, but regulation or protection is totally under the big question, and that's where we expect changes. So coming back to latest news, because I know only a few of this news. So there was a meeting in a Prime Minister initiative. We presented this not the first time, but in a very good environment, I would say, a business environment. These issues, and they were taken, and I know there's subject, how to make a radical change in the behaviors of our courts, is now the subject of the agenda of our governors and presidential administration. Thank you.